The Lovers on the bottom split the deck to the Fool card. You can trust this love connection. You can trust this love connection that comes in next. You can trust this current love connection, is what I'm hearing. It's like there's no next after this love connection. There's no next. I'm hearing that this person is having the revelation that there's no next after you. Whoa. I'm seeing that this person can't see a world without you anymore. Like they can't see a future without you. In fact, all they see is a future with you, and you're like the sun to them. Like their world revolves around you. Or they receive like your light. Like they receive your love energy and they multiply it to return it back to you. It's like they honor you in everything they do. Split the deck to the Ace of Cups and the Magician card right behind it. They see you as pure magic. They see you as someone worth protecting, somebody who is so valuable to them. It's almost like treasure. Like they see you as treasure, a treasure trove. I'm hearing they hit the jackpot. They can't believe that they hit the jackpot. It's almost like hard for this person to fully comprehend how lucky and how blessed they are. I'm hearing like they get stuck in their head over you a little bit because you're that like gorgeous of a human being. Split the deck one more time to the Three of Cups. This feels like this isn't like you being served karma. This is you receiving your karmic justice in love, like with this person. You're about to receive your karmic justice. So what does karmic justice look like for you? I'm going to use my clairvoyancy, my clairsentience to channel this message for you at this time. Your angels are saying that they know what you've been through in love. They know what you've experienced, and still you stayed strong and soft-hearted, strong-minded, soft-hearted, and you have continued to choose love, to show love. You've continued to be love, and you will be forever blessed and rewarded for this. You will never not have love in your life, but I am seeing that this one person, I almost see like this person praying to their angels or asking God, like, how can they best love you? Like, how can they fully love you in the way that you are truly deserving of? Because you are beyond what they could have ever hoped for and asked for in a partner, like in a love connection. And they weren't expecting to meet somebody so amazing, quite simply. They're scared, they're nervous, but they're up for the challenge, is what's coming through. They're really going over in their head. It's like I'm seeing plans being set into motion. It's like they really want to plan this out because they want to be able to provide for you everything you need, specifically emotionally and mentally, is what's coming through. They want to be able to be a safe space for you, and they really don't want to hurt you. And so there's going to be moments where they pull back, not because they are leaving or upset or disconnected from the connection, but rather because they want to protect you from what they're going through, is what's coming through. I just get a really strong sense of guardianship from this person, like a really heavy protection. I'm seeing that they're going to be put to the test very soon. Like they're going to have to almost defend you against somebody who wants to either take from you or take you. Like they're going to be defending their home space, and like you are this person's home space. Oh my God. You are this person's home space. Like they've found home in you. And they're willing to fight for this, is what's coming through. They're willing to fight for this in order to make sure you feel safe and make sure you feel taken care of. They want to better themselves for you. You make this person want to be better for you. You've changed this person's life completely, is what's coming through. They never thought, like, you've opened this person's eyes to an entire new way of living and loving. And their life will never be the same because of you. And they want to honor you for the rest of their lives, is what's coming through. They want to show you how much they can love you for the rest of their life. Like I see this person like bowing to you, so maybe getting down on one knee, but there's like a bow. It's like honoring you as sacred, as divine. There's a lot of love coming in for this next year, this next season of your life. Enjoy it. You deserve it. And if you would like me to dive into your personal love connection, we offer FaceTime sessions, texting sessions, and general emails for activation, as well as a texting membership where you can hear from me throughout the day and receive spiritual guidance, little moments of my life. And coming very soon is a class for preparing for your soulmate and calling in your true divine love. So click the link in my bio and stay tuned. 555 on the timer as your confirmation. There is a specific moment when a person realizes they have found home. It doesn't happen the way you might expect. It's not always a grand romantic gesture or a perfectly timed declaration. Sometimes it happens in the most ordinary silent moment, sitting across from someone in comfortable silence or laughing at something that wasn't even that funny, or noticing that your shoulders have dropped and your breathing has slowed, and the part of you that is always slightly braced for something has simply quietly stopped bracing. And the person feels it before they name it, before they have the language for what just shifted. Their body already knows. Something that was restless goes still. Something that was searching stops searching. And in that stillness, in that sudden and unexpected cessation of the lifelong low hum of looking for something they couldn't quite name, they realize, oh, this is it. This is what home feels like. That is what you've become to someone. Not gradually, not through negotiation or effort or the patient accumulation of shared experience, though all of that is part of it too. But in the most essential sense, the way that real recognitions happen, completely and all at once, and with the particular quality of something that cannot be unfelt once it has been felt. And the realization that followed, the one that is still reverberating through them, the one that arrived not as a gentle understanding, but as something closer to a reckoning, is this: there is no after you. They have looked at their own future, held it up, and examined honestly, turned it over, and looked at all of its sides, and they cannot find a version of it that makes sense without you in it. Not in the way that people sometimes say this, as a romantic declaration designed to produce a specific response. In the way that someone discovers, to their own surprise, that a version of themselves they had perhaps been planning to be is simply no longer available. That the path forward has you in it, not as one possibility, but as the only one that feels like truth when they hold it. This realization did not make them immediately comfortable. That would be too easy, and real things are rarely easy. It made them pause, made them sit with the full weight of what it means to feel this certain about another person, with
all the vulnerability that certainty carries, with all the history of being certain before and having that certainty prove painful. But the discomfort of the realization is not dissuading them. They are, for the first time, perhaps in a very long time, willing to let the certainty be true. They see you as treasure. I want to say that in the most specific and least generic sense possible, because it is not the casual declaration it might sound like. It is the genuine experience of someone who has encountered enough false gold to know the difference, who has been dazzled by things that looked right from a distance and revealed themselves as ordinary up close, and who is now holding something in their hands that does not diminish with proximity, that gets more valuable the closer you get to it. They think about you and something in them goes slightly speechless. Not in the way of being at a loss, in the way of encountering something that exceeds the available vocabulary. You are beyond what they constructed in their imagination when they were imagining the kind of person they hoped to find. You came in not fitting the template, exceeding it. And now the template seems embarrassingly modest in comparison to the actual thing. They cannot quite believe their own luck. And this particular quality of stunned gratitude is not a performance. It is the honest internal experience of someone who keeps looking at you and thinking, how did this happen? How did I end up here in the presence of this specific person who is exactly and precisely what I would have asked for if I had known to ask for it? Your angels know what you have been through. Not as a general statement of cosmic awareness in the specific sense. They have been witness to the chapters that were difficult in the ways that are hardest to explain to other people. The loves that asked everything and gave back too little. The connections that looked promising and revealed themselves as lessons. The times you chose softness when hardness would have been easier. The times you chose love when closing down would have been more self-protective, and you kept your heart open through all of it. Not naively, with full knowledge of what the openness was costing you, with full awareness that staying soft in circumstances that kept bruising you was a choice, not a default, and you kept making it again and again, choosing love, not because the evidence supported understood. Something in you understood, beneath all the disappointment, that to close would be to lose something more valuable than whatever pain the openness was exposing you to. That choice, made repeatedly, quietly, without applause, is being honored now in the most complete way possible. Here is the insight that I think carries the most weight in this entire story. the one that reframes not just this connection, but the entire arc of everything that brought you here. You were not loved poorly because you were not worth loving well. You were loved poorly because the people loving you had not yet developed the capacity to love at the level you required. And that is a distinction that changes everything. It means the deficit was never in you. The love you offered was always the right quality. It simply kept meeting containers that were too small to hold it. And all of that time, all of those chapters, all of those experiences of giving generously and receiving insufficiently, they were not evidence of your worth being too low. They were evidence of other people's capacity being too limited. This person is not too limited. This person has the specific and rare quality of being able to receive you fully. To hold all of it, the depth, the light, the complicated and beautiful completeness of who you actually are, without flinching or managing you down to something more comfortable. They can love all of you, not despite the parts that are a lot, but including them. Because what looks like a lot to someone with limited capacity is simply the appropriate amount for someone who has been waiting to meet you. They are planning. Quietly, in whatever private way this particular person plans things, they are thinking through how to love you well. Not performing the planning, actually doing it. Asking themselves the real questions. What does this person need? What does it mean to be a safe space for someone? How do I show up in a way that honors what I have found here, rather than taking it for granted? The fact that they are asking those questions is itself significant. Most people don't ask them. Most people assume that loving someone well is something that happens naturally, that good intentions are sufficient, that the desire symptoms to love, the desire to resonate, translates automatically into loving effectively. This person understands that it doesn't, that showing up well requires thought and effort and a genuine willingness to consider your needs as serious as your own. They don't want to hurt you. That specific concern is present in them. The particular carefulness of someone who has seen enough to know how love can go wrong, and who is determined not to be another chapter in that story for you. They would rather pull back in moments when they are working through something difficult than let their unprocessed struggles land on you. Not as distance, as protection. As the specific love language of someone who says, I care too much about your peace to disrupt it with my chaos. There will be a moment when they are tested. When something or someone tries to take what exists between you, to undermine it or access it, or simply disrupt the particular piece of what you have built together. And they will defend it. Not reluctantly, not after some internal debate about whether the effort is worth it. Immediately, from the instinct of someone who has discovered what home feels like and will not allow it to be threatened without response. You who may have spent years being the one who fought for connections that didn't fight back for you, are about to experience what it feels like to have someone fight for you instead. Not because you ask them to, because you are their home, and home is worth defending. That word keeps returning. Home, because it is the most accurate and the most important thing to understand about how this person experiences you. You are not a destination they are moving toward. You are the place they have arrived, not a goal or a project or a person they are trying to make work. A home, with all the specific piece that word carries, the exhale of it, the settling of it, the particular quality of rest that is only available in a place where you are fully known and fully safe. They have found that in you. And people who find home do not typically leave it. They do not spend their time calculating whether it is worth staying. They stay because leaving would mean giving up the only place where they are fully themselves, and that is a sacrifice people's. Once they have tasted it, are not willing to make. This person will honor you for the rest of their life. Not as a grand declaration delivered once and then forgotten, as a daily, ongoing, quietly consistent practice of choosing you, showing you, returning to you the love that you give in a form multiplied by everything they have discovered about how much you mean to them. The image of bowing, of reverence, of someone who looks at you and recognizes something sacred is not hyperbole. It is the honest expression of what this person feels when they allow themselves to feel it without editing. A season of love is beginning. Not a moment of it, a season, a sustained, ongoing. The kind that does not peak and then gradually diminish, but that deepens over time as two people who are genuinely matched discover more of what they are capable of together. You, yes, you, who has given so much love out into a world that did not always send it back, are about to be loved in the way that you have always been capable of loving others. Completely. With full attention. With the specific care of someone who has looked at you and seen not just who you are today, but who you are becoming, and is excited about both. Receive it without suspicion. Receive it without immediately looking for the catch or waiting for the shift that previous experience has taught you to anticipate. Receive it the way you have always given it, fully, without a hand held back in reserve, because this time the love knows how to find its way home, and home is you. My dear soul, before you leave, pause for just a moment. If these words stirred something inside you, if you felt a tear in your eye, a warmth in your heart, or a quiet whisper in your spirit, know that this message was meant to find you today. Don't scroll away without receiving what heaven is speaking over your life. Right now, declare these words with faith. I am chosen. I am loved. I am not forgotten. God sees me. God is guiding me. My breakthrough is coming and my story is not over. Say it again. And one more time. Let these words sink deep into every wounded place within you. Let them heal the doubts you've been carrying, the fears you've been hiding, and the loneliness you've been silently fighting. Remember this. The delays were not a denial. The silence was not abandonment. Even when you couldn't see it, God was working behind the scenes and preparing blessings, connections, and opportunities that are greater than anything you could imagine. Hold on a little longer. Trust a little deeper. What is meant for you is still making its way to you. And if this message touched your heart, please share it with someone else. There is a soul somewhere tonight who feels exhausted, discouraged, and ready to give up. They are praying for a sign, for a reminder that they matter and that God has not forgotten them. Your share could be the answer to that prayer. If you feel led to support this mission of spreading hope, faith, and encouragement, you can do so through a super thanks. Whether it's $5, $10, $20, or any amount placed on your heart, every contribution helps us continue reaching people who need these messages most. May God bless every generous heart. May He restore what has been lost, heal what has been broken, open doors no one can shut, pour out blessings upon your life in His perfect timing. Together, we are more than a community. We are a family of faith, standing together, believing together, and trusting that God's greatest chapters are still ahead. You are loved, you are chosen, and your miracle is closer than you think.